You found it, the Wichita Wow podcast with your host, Ed Fox. We'll be talking to Wichitans about the things they love about their city and what they themselves are doing in their community. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Thanks for listening. G'day, viewers and listeners. It's Ed Fox with Wichita Wow. I bet you didn't know, and you're going to learn over the next few episodes, or however many episodes we do, could be 1,000 episodes, we don't know, about Wichita, Kansas, and what cool stuff there is to do, and some of the movers and shakers in the community doing things, supporting things, whether it be a business, a nonprofit, a after-school mentor, doesn't matter what it is. These are the people around Wichita, Kansas metro area, from Andover to Goddard, Newton to, let's say, Derby and Mulvane and Hayesville, all around that area that they've got some cool stuff going on. And my first guest of the day is Betty Zogg with SalonZ. That's out on West Central. G'day, Betty. Thanks for being on the show.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm so excited. You know, us and our kids, when we use you all the time, as you know, and I saw Miss Olivia's hair the other day. That was pretty awesome, like multicolored through there. And I know you guys all have fun doing that sort of stuff. So, Betty, for those that may not know, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got SalonZ started and how long you've been in business and where you're located, all that sort of stuff.
Well, so I'm Betty Zogg, and I've been in Wichita since 2010. I've been doing hair for 28 years, and I'm a single mom of 3 kids, and it's going to be about 9.5 years ago, the salon just kind of fell in my lap. It was just kind of brought to my attention I needed a way to support my family and a future way to support my family. And so I was shown how to share my talents with other stylists, and I created SalonZ. So I had SalonZ for 9.5 years, and and it's growing continually to progress and to grow my brand.
So how many different stations do you have at your salon?
So I have 7 hair stations. I have 2 pedicure stations and 1 nail table, and then I do have a treatment room.
And what do you do in the treatment room?
So in the treatment room, we do body waxing, facials, lashes, everything for aesthetics.
Okay, awesome. And you and I both know, but the viewers and the listeners don't know, is I can tell on myself, the first time you ever suggested I came and get a mani-pedi, I thought it was just for men. It was mani-pedi, but I had no clue, right? Like totally ignorant. So maybe there's somebody else out there that didn't know that. But I tell you what, whenever I can, I'm at Betty's getting a mani-pedi. And for some of my male listeners, tell them the difference. What is a mani-pedi?
So a manicure is on the fingers, and it's just cleaning up the cuticle, your shape, and making them look clean and nice and not just crusty and dry and scraggly. And then a pedicure is doing the same, but on the feet, cleaning up the feet so that you don't have hard calluses, and getting the toenails looking nice.
Yeah, and I really do accept that my feet are ticklish and you're like scrubbing the crap off the bottom of them and I'm laughing and you're laughing at me laughing, and yeah, it's kind of fun. But so manicure and pedicure, mani-pedi, not for men, not for women, for everybody. Like everybody should have a mani-pedi. Organized with one with Betty today. But don't you feel like you're kind of like, I always think of like a hairdresser as almost like a bartender. You listen to all the stories that come in, you offer advice, you help people. Sometimes you're just there as a shoulder to cry on. You're doing all this work. You'd have to be careful that you don't get all emotionally invested in a lot of that stuff, wouldn't you?
Oh, I do get very emotionally invested. My clients become like my family. I've become very attached to them. When you're seeing somebody on a 5 to 6 week rotation, you get to know their personal life very well, and they get to know you. And so you you share back and forth.
Right. And I think we met through BNI, right? Is
Yes.
that how we originally met? I think was through BNI. And I remember when you first started at BNI, you weren't the most comfortable at getting up, right? But
Right.
then you got stronger and stronger and stronger. And I thought you did great. And for me, seeing how you've grown the salon over the years through the challenges, through the struggles, through, just keep persevering, right? I think that's a great message. You do a great job. I always love how you get some hairdressers come into networking and they stand up and they say, "Oh, I'm interested in anybody with hair." Well, I get a haircut every 6 months, whether I need it or not. But Alice is there every 4 to 6 weeks, and she gets a cut and color, right? And she brags on you. And we're down here in Nashville right now, and she can't find anybody as good as you in Nashville. Maybe somebody from Wichita watches this, and they've got a friend in Nashville that can refer me a good hairdresser. That's what we need for Alice down in the Franklin, Tennessee area. But it's been really great because we've been able to refer people to you all the time and they get such a great experience. What is it you think that sets SalonZ apart from your average salon in any city?
Well, I really strive on having just a really good team of stylists sharing, and we're all about what we do. So I very low key, no drama. That can be in a lot of salons, no backbiting. We're just here doing what we love and helping each other doing it. So my slogan is to leave all your worries at the door and enjoy a beautiful experience. So that's what I want to portray. That's what I want to have here, is just a really good environment to wherever they know they can just come in and whoever they are, they're not going to be judged. We see from young teenagers all the way up till one of my favorite clients, she's 102 years old and she still comes in. So all age groups, all genres, all whatever type you are, you're comfortable at SalonZ, and that's what I want it to be. Yeah.
And that's the way. Sorry.
I feel like all my stylists that way all my stylists are. We're all different, but yet we all get along and we all mush well. And we all help each other. There's no backbiting or. I've worked in some salons where you're just afraid of each other stealing each other's clients and whatnot. Right. None of that's here.
Yeah, every time I've come in there, the team has always been great. And I do leave my worries at the door. I love coming in, getting my feet worked on, then my hands, and then doing my haircut, the obligatory 6-monthly haircut that we do. And then I just... we've taken all of our kids have come to you and continue to come to you, those that still live in town. And I think it's just been a great experience. And that's what we love doing, is we love referring you to other people. And that's why I wanted you on the podcast, is because I think sometimes there's a lot of people out there looking, oh, where could I find, maybe I need a new hairstylist. Maybe I need something different. Those ones with drama. Can I just get somewhere where there's not this drama? And that's why I'd recommend them to you. Now, where is your salon located for those that don't know?
We're at Central and Ridge on the west side of Wichita. So there's a strip mall where there's other businesses like Eric Fisher Academy, Dobbs Chiropractic, When Pigs Fly. We're in that strip mall.
Okay, yeah, you're between the Academy and When Pigs Fly, right? You're right there. So I highly recommend it, that you guys come out and check it out. What's some of the things that you've been able to do recently? I talked a little bit about Olivia's hair, and you can do those different colors. Talk us through something like that you've had fun doing. I know you post a lot on social media and show off a lot of great hairdos that you've worked on and styles and stuff. What's something that's been fun for you to work on lately?
So yeah, we're really big into color here. We're a huge color salon. So not just me, but all my other stylists, we love doing the fun rainbow colors. We're trying to get really big into hair extensions right now, and just there's like nothing we can't do. From curly hair to straight hair to short hair to long hair. Not just women, but men and children. So we just love doing the whole look and having a place where you can come and get everything done. So you don't have to have multiple places where you have to go. You can just come to one place and get all your beauty stuff done.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I got guys, and I've already said this a couple of times, but I can't speak highly enough of SalonZ and Betty and her team. It's just a great experience every time I go, and she kind of like, I guess the biggest tool for me is you can kind of feel like when people need something different than what they're telling you. Like you sort of like, you listen to them and you sort of have to translate that, right, in what they say, but what they actually mean, and then give them that sort of thing that they're looking for. That's impressed me, even sitting in a different chair and just listening with the way your team interacts with other clients. Is it's not your way or the highway. You don't come in, you don't have them come in, sit down, and you're just working away like I see in other salons. And it's like, oh no, I think this is better for you, blah, blah, blah. No, you actually listen to your customers better than probably any other salon or barber or hairdresser that I've ever been into, because as the guy, I'll take Alice to the other ones that we've used over the years, and I'll sit there and listen, and all that crap that's going on that isn't focused in on that individual. And yours is just a different shop, and I love that about yours.
well, thank you. Yeah, I love training. So consultation is a really big key in, and really listening to the client. And so I love teaching that.
And so if somebody wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to do that?
So I'll answer anything from Messenger, on Facebook Messenger, text message, phone call, email. Email's like the worst place to get a hold of me.
Okay.
Much junk mail that if I don't know it's coming, it gets lost.
Right. So Facebook Messenger, would that be number one, and texting probably? And then they can call the salon too, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And all folks, all those numbers and websites and all of that sort of stuff will be in the show notes. And so you'll be able to get that information. Now, Betty, when you're not working, you got 3 kids, there's probably so much that you have to do, your taxi service, all that sort of stuff. Although one of yours is, 1 or 2 have got their license now. Just 1?
2.
2. That's what I thought. I'm like, it's like they grow up so fast, Yeah. So it's not so much mom's taxi service anymore, right? It's like, Mom, can we borrow the car?
Yeah, I send them on errands now. It's great.
Right. So what do you do when you're not working? What I call them the hidden gems. What are the hidden gems around the Wichita area that you guys love? Whether it be a place you like to eat, or maybe more than one place that you like to eat, or just stuff that you like to do around Wichita that maybe somebody lives in Andover, doesn't know anything about Goddard, or vice versa, or maybe they're new to the area and they just need to be educated on some of the fun stuff that Wichita has. What are some of your hidden gems?
So one that my family loves to go to is Headshots.
Okay.
We go there a lot, East Side, because it's a place where kids, like my teenage kids, and even when they were younger, we've been going there for years. They love to go and play video games, or we can sit and play board games together as a family. And then there's adult beverages, and then kid-friendly food and drinks too. And,
so do they still have a coffee shop there as well?
I mean, that
Java.
not when they first opened. Not like when they first opened. It's a little different, but they still have the coffee drinks you can order.
Okay, so they have coffee drinks, adult beverages, food, board games, video games, big TVs. I think they've got some VR too, right? Virtual reality stuff, I think a little bit. Oculus maybe, or something.
I think so.
But yeah, it's definitely a place worth checking out. I should have him on the podcast too. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, so Headshots is 1. So 1 down, 2 to go. What other secret hidden gems around Wichita?
Trying to think. So I spend a lot of my time at the dance studio.
Both your girls are into dancing, right?
My oldest is.
Oh, your oldest.
And then let's see here. It's going to be summertime. We're probably going to go to the lake a little bit.
So which lake, do you have a preference of lakes? Because you got a few.
Yeah, I like Lake Aften and Cheney are good.
Okay. Good facilities or amenities out there? I've never been. I'm not a
Yeah,
lake person.
it's just small, and so it's kind of a little more private, I feel like. Cheney's bigger and do more in Cheney Lake.
I put you on the spot, didn't I?
Yes, you did kind of put me on the spot because I stay at home. I work in my yard a lot. So
Right. So
there's a community of gardeners here in Wichita. It's quite, I like Wichita because it's a huge city. People, I think, forget how big it really is. And we have like everything here at our fingertips. And but then it's such a small town feel too. And so
I moved there in 1990. So 33 years we've had in Wichita, still own businesses, still own property in Wichita. And you're right, we didn't really have to leave. We could do anything. You could be anywhere in the country. You could be anywhere in the world in a day flying out of Wichita, right?
Yeah.
I can get on a plane in Wichita, Kansas, and get off the plane in Sydney, Australia in 24 hours.
Yeah.
No, I'm not spending all that time on the plane. You got 10-hour layover in bloody LA or Houston or Denver, depending on which way you're going. But I can go the other way too, over to Europe pretty quickly as well. I love Wichita for its centralness. And then you also don't have to deal. Kansas City's 3.5 hours away, close enough if you want to go for a weekend, but far enough away to stay out of our business. Oklahoma City, Tulsa, the same. Denver's a good 8 hours maybe, but all doable. There's just so much to love about Wichita. Do you have a favorite coffee shop in Wichita? I know at one point you drank a lot of coffee.
Yeah, I used to go to Kookaburra a lot.
You did? Yeah, we saw Kookaburra was
now
one.
It's Dutch Bros. Dutch Bros is the new local favorite.
Where are they at?
It's like a block from my house on Wichita, or on West and Kellogg.
Oh, okay. So, folks, for those of you that don't know about Wichita, Wichita divides pretty much down the canal route, which is 135, and there's East Wichita and West Wichita, and probably the two don't tend to cross a lot. I think is there still a passport control on No. We used to joke that there was a passport control on Kellogg, that the people from the east side didn't go west and the people from the west side didn't go east. But
yeah.
I'm sure you get customers from all over the city, though, don't you?
We do, because we're pretty central located, right off the 235. It's pretty easy to get to.
Right.
So we get them they come from Derby, Hayesville, all over.
Okay. Yeah. So you headshots for some adult drinks and from kids to have fun, Dutch Bros for coffee. When you're not at home and you go out to eat and you want to eat somewhere decent, what's a restaurant you would recommend in Wichita that's, family friendly, but not necessarily a Waffle House sort of place? What's something, or maybe it can be a Waffle House. I like to eat at Waffle House down here in Nashville, but what do you like to eat at?
So we go to Riverside Cafe a lot.
I amended my story because I do like Riverside. They make the best patty melt I've ever had.
Yeah, it is pretty good. And then, so my favorite food is sushi.
Eat that. You can keep
it. I know not everybody likes it, but I love sushi. And so Tokyo is my favorite sushi place, and that's on West Street.
Yeah, I know Brandon and Olivia like sushi, and I know you do. I'm not a sushi fan, although I do have a great sushi dad joke. What did Sushi A say to Sushi B? Wasabi. Wasabi. I do like wasabi, though. I just don't like it on sushi. I like it on pad thai, which is the weirdest place to put it, but yes. So there we have it, folks. You said Tokyo. Is that what it's called? Tokyo? Yes. And Dutch Bros and Headshots. Those are Betty's hidden gems of Wichita. The other thing I like is Old Town. Downtown, Old Town, the square, all of that. I'm bragging on Wichita all the time whenever I'm outside of Wichita, and people don't realize how cool Wichita is and the surrounding areas. Like, I like a day trip down into Mulvane and around that area. There's lots of cool stuff down there. And then going out to Western Kansas, a little ways away, but out past Goddard and out stuff there. There's always cool stuff to see. And then the Nature Plains. I always forget about it. It's on the east side of town.
Oh,
We
yeah.
walk around. And then our zoo, I think our zoo for the size city we are is second to none. I'm sure other people will mention that. But hey, Betty, thanks for being on the show. Love what you do. I'm looking forward to getting this episode out in a few short weeks. And folks, check out if you're looking for a new stylist, if you need some color in your life, if you just need somebody that's drama free and you need some good stuff, go check out SalonZ on West Central. Thanks for being on the show, Betty.
Thanks, Ed.